Welcome to another episode of Profile. Today I'm speaking to Bidemi Zakariyau.
Hello.
PR guru. Bidemi just won the Future Award, Future Award Prize award for Media Enterprise. I think it's the one where the Future Awards and Ebony Live came together to give the award for Media Enterprise. Yes. Congratulations, Bidemi.
Thank you so much.
Now, this is my learned colleague. Bidemi is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Never practiced law for one day. No formal training in PR and media. Speaking to Bidemi earlier, she said, while I was in college, I won Best Law Student. So it seemed like the right thing to do in university. But I always knew that I wanted to be in media. Well, I wanted to do something media related. Now, you all know what we do with Profile. Just to remind you, Profile is professional file. And what I'm trying to do in helping you become better people is speak to people who have had the experience, the actual experience. And what happens is all of you send your questions in and I invite these people and we ask them your questions. And that's why Bidemi is here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Question number one, and this came this morning. It's the last question, but it's the first question I'm going to ask you. A young man wrote to say, all these people who win awards or who do well in PR, what is even PR, Sif? You have to have leg in Nigeria to succeed in PR. What's your take on that?
I think, I don't think that's true. I think you find that most of the PR companies that already exist and the biggest ones and the ones that have been in the market for a long time, when you look at their journey, they started where I am now. So they didn't become big or they didn't become so powerful with all the clients they have now. They were on a journey. It was hard work. And about having leg or contact and all of that, that's not true, because personally for me as well, I moved back to Nigeria. My family doesn't live in Nigeria. I thought I was coming to do NYC. It was too late to join, so I decided to join law school instead, but it was also too late to join. So I worked as an intern at 2 law firms, Consulex first for 1 month, and then I moved to Uduodoma and Belo Osage for 6 months. And there, I got so much experience. I would go to board meetings, see transactions. So that shaped my learning in terms of understanding the business environment. And I think everybody needs that when you want to start a business. Now, I was there, I loved it, I loved the experience, I loved going to SEC, NAFDAC and all those places, but I also knew that I did not want to end up as a lawyer, even though I was going to law school that same year. And at that point, even the people that worked on the 13th floor at Uduodoma, that's like the young people cool floor at UUBO, they could tell that, there was something else I wanted to do, and they actually encouraged me. So by the time I started law school, I actually tried styling for a month. So I would go on Bella Niger or all these blogs and look at people that I thought didn't look nice or whatever, and I would try to get their number. And so I managed to call a designer, Orma Cookie Gam, and I asked her if I could style anything for her. And she said she was having a lookbook shoot that weekend, that I could come to it. And then I also told her I was interested in doing the PR for her. Now, this was just, I was taking a risk. I didn't even know she was going to say yes, but she said, sure, okay, no problem. And we're sending out a lookbook. I guess that's one of the easiest things to do, because you just go on the platform, you find the contact number, and you're able, if the platform or the media platform likes the content, they would ordinarily take it. But I just wanted to take it further. So I called every newspaper. I would get the newspaper and call the number at the bottom. Every newspaper has that number. And I'll call, I called some, they said they weren't interested, but the Guardian took it, which is very interesting, and it was a full page. And for her, it was like, wow, people have done PR for me before, but I've never been featured in a newspaper. And that was how it all started for me. It was not, I didn't know anybody. Everybody I know now, every media contact I have is from working and meeting people and networking. I have no family here. I live with my friend's family in Nigeria, so nobody helped me. It was literally this one client who referred me to Gray, who referred me to White Space, and then I finished law school, and I just thought to myself that, okay, I'm not getting a job at a law firm, so I need to scale this, you know. So I did fashion PR first, which was my comfort zone, and then it was then easier after, you know, finishing law school, to then diversify. So we started doing retail. From fashion retail, we stopped doing fashion retail completely and started working with consumer brands. From consumer brands, we started working with corporate brands. And I think it's all been a journey that kind of all came together. Yes, it's nice when you have contacts because it will make things easier. But what people also need to understand is contacts is not enough. It only gets you through the door. Can you do the job? No educated person is going to give you a job because you were referred. They're still going to ask you to send your proposal. They're still going to ask you to come and defend that proposal. You have to send in a pitch. So yes, it's nice to have contacts and all of that, but contacts don't actually, especially in terms of PR, because when a company needs PR, they know exactly what they're looking for. They know the sort of results they want. So for the fact that my mom or my uncle or somebody knows this person does not mean you're going to get the job, because PR is not that
it's
sort
beyond
of,
just knowing people.
It's beyond just knowing people.
So when you say understanding the business environment, so two questions I want to ask you. First of all is, people struggle with what PR is.
Yes.
And people struggle with service generally in Nigeria. People struggle with, once it's not a tangible product, people struggle with it.
Yes.
But you spoke about, while you were interning at the law firm, you sort of started understanding the business environment.
Yes.
So would you say that the Nigerian business environment is peculiar?
It is. Finding talent is very hard. The clients themselves sometimes don't know what PR is. So you get somewhere, they want you to do sales, they want you to do marketing, they want you to do advertising. So I think, first of all, it's the client. Do they know what they want? Do they even know what they're looking for in a consultancy? So, for example, some people just need media relations. They don't really need that strategic communications where you're looking at long term. Some people just want you to work on a project. But you find that in this business environment, some clients want more than just PR. Even if they've paid you for PR services, they want you to They want you to, you know, give them sales leads from the PR you're doing. They want it to, they literally want their story to be, sometimes you send a press release to a client and they want it to be a certain way, and it's an advertorial, and you know no newspaper or media platform is going to pick up that story, but the client insists that they want it that way. So I think it's very difficult. Also, we also have a problem of the media landscape in Nigeria is very small as well. So there are not a lot of platforms. So if you are writing a story about a camera lens abroad or anywhere, or South Africa, there would be a media platform, maybe a magazine or an online platform that you can send that to, or a news channel that speaks specifically to photography or art. But here it's just, it's all very limiting, and but I definitely think that within the next 10 years we would have a wider media reach.
Definitely.
So yes.
But so what exactly is PR?
I think
sorry to cut you. You've drawn a distinction,
yes,
between marketing, advertising, sales, and as you said, in Nigeria, a lot of clients say PR. Shebi is PR. You're supposed to. I've experienced that before. What exactly is PR?
I think even academics as well, they find it really hard to give you a broad definition. It's one of those things that's just really broad. But definitely it's that engagement, storytelling of your client, of a person or an organization to the public. So it's that communication line between, if it's a consumer product, between the consumer product and reaching the consumer and telling a story. So basically, you will see an ad. An advert cannot tell you a full story. But with PR, with the positioning and, you know, that communication with the stakeholders, you're able to tell a story which an advert cannot tell.
So effective communication,
Yes.
connecting
People.
people. All right. So in terms of running a PR business in Nigeria, which is really what I want to get out of you speaking to you, and for the benefit of the people who are watching, a lot of people start businesses, and I mean it's daunting. I started a business young. It was daunting for me. I had experience in what I wanted to do. I've done PR before. PR is part of what we will still do. I mean, it might be on the back burner now, but I just find that people want to know what exactly. Oh, so I've just arrived, or I'm fresh out of school, or I want to do PR. I've read up on it. I'm passionate about it. I know I have the natural flair for it, or talent, or whatever. But running a business, when people say, oh, passion to profit, it's not that easy, it's not overnight. And what I want to do with this platform is, when people watch Profile, I want them to sit and say, right, I heard Bidemi say step 1X, even though everyone's journey is different.
Yes.
So what I want us to sort of, draw out is, how did you start? So let's use Bidemi LSF PR 4 years ago as our case study. You've already told us what you did in law school and all of that. But when it came to putting a structure in place, I want to know how you started, what it is you did, and finally, what are the challenges you faced, and how you...
I think the first step for me was just really believing in myself and knowing that that was what I wanted to do. I think a lot of people need clarity. It wasn't a matter of, I'm just going to do this for fun. I'm doing this because a lot of people are doing it. It was a natural calling, and I just thought, give yourself a chance. And when I got the opportunity, I took it. So that was one thing. Now, structure didn't necessarily come from the beginning, because I was in law school when I started this, but immediately I finished law school, it was then, I'm not getting a job.
You are one brave woman.
So it's
law
just,
school and business.
So it's just me, and I have to do something. So I finished law. I was called to bar in November and got my first office in April the following year. And for me, I knew that this is now a business. This is now something that I'm going to scale. This is now my life. So I do need a structure. I won't say the company has the structure I really wanted to have yet, because it's still a journey for us. But having a structure in place, knowing that this is X amount, I need this person, not taking on too many clients, knowing that this is the sort of capacity you have to deliver great work. Because if you can only take on 2 clients and you take on 10, the quality of the work is going to reduce. So knowing your capacity, the capacity you have, was also very, very important to me. Now, as we, earned more, we were able to hire more. So it's really, you have to take it really slow, especially if it's something you're passionate about, because you would always make money. So it was never really about the money for me from the beginning. It was just, this is what I want to do. I need to do this to get where I really want to. So it's just taking each day at a time, understanding that it also takes time. Because I remember as well, don't make noise when you haven't actually achieved anything. I think that's really important. I remember a lot of people would tell me, nobody knows who you are. You don't share your work, or you're not doing anything. And I remember I was nominated for an award in 2013. And I didn't think I was deserving, because I just finished law school. And this PR thing for me, I didn't even have an office. So to me, it was just like, no, there's no need to nominate me for this award. I appreciated it, but I felt like I had not done enough to receive an award. So I think it's very important that people understand that it's a journey, it's a business. The Nigerian business environment is very different from infrastructure that, generator, security. There's just so much more that goes into running a business than elsewhere in the world. So it's very important that people understand that it's a step-by-step process, and that if you are truly passionate about it, you will make money, you will get results, but don't take on too much. And I think that's what I learned from the beginning. I wasn't taking on more than I could handle.
I never want for Profile to become that stiff talk show.
Yeah.
It's not a talk show. It's a practical guide for you as an entrepreneur. And for those of you who want to do PR, you've heard from Bidemi, and I'm going to read because I couldn't commit everything to memory. Number one, don't take on too much. It's important that you get clarity. Do not join the bandwagon. Do not join because it's a fad. It's the in thing. Social media expert, media guru. What is it that you want? What are you passionate about? What are you willing to put your weight, your time? What are you willing to commit your life to? Another thing Bidemi spoke about is capacity. This is one problem we have in Nigeria. Guys, you have to learn to under-promise and over-deliver. It's best for you to deliver quality than to take on too much, spread yourself thin. And also this thing about recognition, the money and the recognition will come if you put in the work. So in a nutshell, if you want to become a PR guru, number one, and I can safely say Bidemi is one now. 4 years. She's still growing. It's a journey, work in progress, but she just won the Future Awards. It's a big deal to win the Future Awards. Congratulations again, Bidemi. And so in a nutshell, I keep saying nutshell because, I want you to really get to the point. PR is something that, will grow in Nigeria, as Bidemi has said. I believe that too. One of the PR greats had released an article. I don't know if you ever read it, where they said PR is dead. And that was it was interesting, and I followed that whole story. And again, it was an engaging story. Conversation. Yeah. And as Bidemi has said, it's about a conversation. It's about telling a story around your client's product, around your client. It's about, and it takes time. There's no such thing as overnight success, guys. Overnight is relative. Overnight can be 5 years, it can be 10 years. For Bidemi, it's 4 years and counting, right? So this is a very interesting one for me, Bidemi, and I really want people to hear this. Guys, jack of all trade, master of none. Define and hone your craft. If you want to be a sales and marketing agency, it's different from being a PR consultant. PR is one thing. Advertising is another thing. Sales and marketing is another thing. And I like how Bidemi has drawn that distinction very clearly. There are people who become world-renowned for shaping brows or just doing fingernails. So don't take on too much and think, I want to be everything. I want to build a conglomerate overnight. I'm sure as Bidemi grows over the next 5-10 years, because, hey, trust me, the way she's going. The first time I met her was, I remember, at Diola Sego's offices. We were going to work on a project together, and I was completely blown from day one. More than anything, and I don't say this because she's here, I wouldn't be speaking to her if I didn't respect her, was the respect. And this is another thing that people her age, the younger people, I'm younger, I tell people I'm in my late 30s, really need to catch on to. Humility is key. Respect, discipline, determination, dedication, and hard work. And I dare say you might just win a Future Award in the years to come. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Excellent chatting with you. Please.